Okay, next.
याचा साडी Godris to sari. Documenting old Goan Godris is a project that our group has taken up along with the Goa State Museum to try to locate and identify and document old Goan quilts. We were trying to locate handmade quilts as well as machine made quilts that were made at least 40 years back, because we are finding that very few women in this day and age work with their hands to do traditional embroidery. And initially, when the group started, we were looking for ways to revive traditional needlework. The group was called Needle Crafters Group, and we had people like Sujata Narona of Bookworm, Rajal Shinkri of the Goa Home Science College, and Isabel Santarita Vaz and Fatima Gracious, who were part of this group and helped come up with ideas of how we can encourage women to work, to do more hand embroidery works. And after many sessions, we came up with the idea of starting workshops on the old Goan Godris.
चारी वरच्यान सेम कपडो सोडपा जाय ये हाफ और ये एक साइज का हो जाएगा। थोड़ा डिफरेंस आई तो कट कर देगा। तो क्योंकि यहाँ थोड़े का स्टिचिंग ज़्यादा आ जाता है, थोड़े का स्टिचिंग कम जाता है, तो ये स्क्वायर कंप्लीट करो और बाद में एक एक लाइन ज्वाइन करने का। ये स्क्वायर किया ना, बाद में ये इसको ज्वाइन करने का, ये इसको ज्वाइन करने का।
The project has got many prongs to it. One of the ideas is because handwork is dying out, and though a lot of people would like to have it with them, there's no way we can go to get it. So the idea is, why not get women to come back to doing something of your own, where you can own your own piece of embroidery, or in this case godri, and it's something that will be cherished because it's been done by you.
म्हणजे प्रत्येकाच्या घरान ह्यो गोदड्यो आसताल्योच आनी तांचे हें कितें आसा सांजवेळ जशें सगळें काम जालें काय ना, मागीर एक वर घेवन बसपाचें आशिल्लें हें करपाक. तें आमी ल्हान आसतना आमी पळयतालीं, तांकां कितें मदत करतालीं. गोदड्यो मांडटा आसतना ह्यो गोदड्यो सबंद फूल हें आसनाशिल्लें, इल्ले इल्ले कुडके सुद्दां जॉयंट करतालीं, बारीक 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 जॉयंट. म्हणजे तेन्ना इतलें आतांचे भशेन सुविधा नाशिल्ली न्ही कपड्याची उडल्याची. ल्हान ल्हान हें करप, सगळें सामकें पॅच करून हें करून ते वेवस्थीत गोदडी तांची इतली तयार जाताली पयलींच्या लोकांची, तें आमी खूब पळयतालीं कशें करचें कितें करचें. म्हणजे शिंवचे पेक्षा आमी पळोवपाचें काम हें केलां, भरपूर केलां. आनी कशें कितें करचें, तांकांय कशी मदत करची हें करपाक, त्या हाका आमी बोवाळटालीं आसते कशी. आनी ते आमकां घेवनूच करतालीं, कित्याक जाणटीं आसतालीं न्ही तीं. हांगा ओड गो थंय ओड गो थंय कितें कर गो अशें म्हूण तांचें तें गोदडी हें करता आसतना तांकां सारको हें करचें पडटालें.
This was prepared by my mother, say around in 1947-48 maybe. The pieces which were available in cloth shop, which were coming as a samples, they were getting. So it was collected from the cloth shop and she arranged this everything and this was made. So it was quite a long back, more than 60 years.
70 years old.
And it was at that time, no, it was not much things were available, so they used to sit and do it. Connecting these pieces together, and connecting was okay. Then to make a design also was too much thing. They used to arrange on the floor and then they used to make it.
Yeah, when we thought of having a workshop on godari making, during that time I actually started visiting villages looking for the women who are doing it. And my first experience, when I asked them, they said, hey, we don't make godari, don't make godari. When I was discouraged, but one point I saw the godaris were hanging or drying, so I just entered that house and I said, who is doing this godari? And then that same village, that woman said, I'm making this godari. That's how first I met her and I got the first lady who was making Godhadi, and from there then I got more contact from her that she told me. And from then after that I went other villages and I found more women who are doing this, and I realized there is a demand. And what I had heard that Goa now nobody's making Godhadi, I realized no, there are people, there are few, but in Fonda, Pedne, even Panji, Madgaon, many places they are making Godhadi.
गोतडी म्हळ्यार उबेचें मायेचें प्रतीक. आमच्या आज्यांनी आमच्या आवयांनी एक अशी कला जोपासली की पोन्नी लुगडीं साडयो हांचो वापर करून एक मायेची ऊब भुरग्यां खातीर तयार करप. ही कला, हें कौशल्य दिसान दीस कमी जायत चल्लां, कारण आमची जीवनशैली बदलल्या. ह्या कलेची जतनाय जावची अशें आमकां सगळ्यांकच दिसता, पूण कोण मुखार सरतलो? अशा वेळार नारी आर्टिजन्स मुवमेंट नांवाची एक संस्था जी 3 बायलांनी एकठांय येवन स्थापन केल्ली आसा. ह्या 3 बायलांनी येवन म्युजियमाक आपली कल्पना सांगली की ह्या कलेचे, ह्या कौशल्याची जतनाय आमी करूंक जाय, आनी त्या नदरेन म्युजियमान कितें तरी आमकां हातभार लायचो. ही कल्पना आमकां खूब आवडली आनी तांच्या वांगडा काम करून ह्या कलेची जरी जतनाय ना तरी डॉक्युमेंटेशन तरी जावचें ह्या नदरेन आमी एक प्रोजेक्ट हातांत घेतलो. ह्या आमच्या प्रोजेक्टाक गोंयच्या बायलांनी उपाट असो प्रतिसाद दिल्लो आसा, आनी आमकां हांगाच थांबपाचें ना, तर पुराय गोंयांतल्या गोदड्यांचे, तरातरांच्या गोदड्यांचे, तांच्या पॅटर्न्साचे डॉक्युमेंटेशन आमकां करपाचें आसा. ह्या प्रोजेक्टा उपरांत आमचो असोय इरादो आसा की एक गोंयच्या गोदड्यांची म्हायती दिवपी अशें एक बरें पुस्तक काडचें, जें गोंयांतच न्ही तर भायल्या प्रदेशांनी सुद्दां गोंयच्या ह्या कले विशीं, कौशल्या विशीं म्हायती पावयतलें.